It's fun sometimes to talk with a business owner and find out what his or her favorite thing is, right? Like what's the chef's favorite menu item? What's the boutique owner's favorite dress? Well, this morning we're happy to have Ed Jones, Cady Kulhman back on the show with Nutrition World, finding out what some of their favorites are nutritionally. So good to see you both.
Good to see you.
I love the fact that here you are, this father-daughter, but you each kind of pursue your own path on this journey to wellness. You kind of take your life where it is. So I know for you, for example, Cady, here you are a mom of soon to be 3. So children's issues are very big on your mind. Ed, you kind of seen it all over the course of how many years? 46?
46 years.
So your passion is everything.
I'm still as passionate today as I've ever been. I can't wait. I get to go to work. I don't have to go to work.
Yeah.
And the reason is I'm so passionate is because I believe in the empowerment of people and myself in putting together a toolbox for health, because we're aging too fast. We're falling apart at a higher rate than we've ever fell apart. We might have lifespan, we don't have health span. Now, I'm going to talk today just about some exciting parts to our whole package of what we do offer. We offer 8,000 products. So how does a person know what to do? Well, one is we have a product called Core 4 that kind of encompasses all 4, the most important. But there's always things in addition to that make me excited. Why do I get excited? The research keeps confirming that we are doing immense good if you choose properly, and the risk is so low. The 4th leading cause of death in this country is pharmaceutical drugs. That was in the New England Journal of Medicine. So the more we can steer away from too many of those drugs and the more we can get into green pharmacy, I think the better. But I'm about optimizing my life, hacking my life so I can feel better, act better, think better. And so a couple of these things help me with that.
Okay, so what you two did was you kind of split things down the middle and you each brought 4 products that you think are your favorites?
Yes.
Okay, who wants to start?
I will.
Okay.
Creatine. Creatine is a product found in red meat. It's natural, and I use it in my protein powder. 1 scoop a day. Research has come out in the past 3 years that blew me away. Helps anybody that has depression. Helps your blood flow because it makes nitric oxide. Helps you to have more stamina. And of course, we're not even talking about the athletic part, which is more muscle. It helps you to have more strength and stamina. And people, even if they're not in the gym, should be taking this.
For women, does it make you bulky?
Not at all.
Okay.
Nope, not at all. Secondly, this spray right here has kept me well more than any one thing I've ever done. When we can kill bacteria and viruses, because the nose is where 80 to 90% of all your infections come from, because they start there. If we can stop the thief at the door instead of letting them in the house, we will stay well much better. This nasal spray has iodine and xylitol. Those 2 things are amazing to stop it. I have to do it twice a day. I'm around sick people all day long. It's amazing that I don't get sick more often. So those are my 2, and then Cady's got hers.
All right, Cady, I know the sunscreen's a big one for you.
Yeah, sunscreen's a big one. So that's been one of the leading toxins that I think we've used on our body for kids and adults. And we know that we do need to protect ourselves from the sun, but what you want to avoid is a chemical called oxybenzone. That's a very popular sun protectant in Neutrogena and different brands that you're going to find at Walmart and Walgreens. That goes in and it is an endocrine disruptor. So it's going in and it's disrupting the cell's function. These are barrier sunscreens. Barrier sunscreens are like zinc oxide. When people think of zinc oxide, they're going to think they're going to make them white. It's not. They have a sheer zinc oxide now.
Okay.
So the 2 I have sitting here, Babo Botanicals and Sky and Soul, both of these are nano zinc particles with sheer zinc. That's going to go and it's going to just sit on the skin, protect from the sun's harmful rays.
Okay.
So there's a spray one and there's a rub on. And then the last one is going to be probiotics. So I know everyone hears about probiotics, but truly they need to hear about it because our gut is where most of our health, most of our immune system, and most of our neurotransmitters are being made. If we do not have a healthy gut, we will not feel well. We just will not. It's going to cause more depression, more anxiety, more sicknesses, more immune system dysfunction. You're not going to be able to break down your food quite as well. So, and truly, there's a time and place for antibiotics, but antibiotics are overprescribed, and what happens is that kills off your gut bacteria. When you kill off gut bacteria, you must rebuild with a probiotic. There's no question about it. So this probiotic line is my personal favorite right now. It's made by Brenda Watson. It's called Vital Planet is the brand. I think she's one of the leading researchers right now with gut health and probiotics. This probiotic actually has 4 different types of bacteria. It has a postbiotic, a prebiotic, a parabiotic, and a probiotic. Now that's kind of confusing, so I don't want to confuse anybody on that, but that's kind of a whole life cycle of looking at bacteria for the gut.
So you mentioned if you've been on an antibiotic, a probiotic is really important. If you have not been on one, is it still beneficial?
Yes, absolutely. I believe because we just don't have the same gut microbiome that we had 50 years ago, research is showing. Mothers aren't passing the same microbiome down, which that's our gut bacteria. I think you need one every day. You just have to do it a little more intensely if you've had an antibiotic.
Last time you were here, Dr. Kurt Deering was with you. Off camera, he mentioned like the Nexium type medications, and I think he said that those two will wear down your microbiome. So this would be beneficial for an awful lot of people.
Chlorine in water and all this, and a lot of people can't take it because they're sensitive. She's the most sensitive human I've ever known, and these three work for her.
They do.
Really?
Yes.
Yep, and I believe it's because of the postbiotic, the parabiotic, the prebiotic, and the whole scheme of it having all those components. I do not get a negative reaction from these at all, and we do hear that sometimes. Someone comes in and says, I had a little not feeling well after a probiotic. Maybe it made me feel a little tired or a GI symptom. I would urge people to give this line a try because we've had wonderful results with sensitive people.
And even though Ed kind of scared us all by saying 8,000 products in the store, each one is hand selected by Ed and Cady.
We're nutty about our quality.
That they are. So when you go to the store, and his team is great. So even if they're not out there on the floor, the team that you're going to meet when you walk in the door can help you too. And discussion's a big part of it, right, Ed? You want people to talk about what your life experience is to kind of help pick
and we're
the
not
right
trying to be their
product.
doctor. They still need to go to their physician and other healthcare people. I'm 68. I could not be 68 if I didn't have the access to the green pharmacy that we have.
All right, then here's where you find him. It's Nutrition World online, nutritionw.com. Don't forget they have the Wellness Center behind them as well. 6 days a week or 7?
6.
6 days a week. They're closed on Sundays. 892-4085.